All right, everyone, welcome back to Mac Street Garage. No work on the Jeep, no work on the Comet today because I have a wedding coming up on the 16th and I need to get my armor finished. If you've watched previous videos, you've seen that this craft foam has gone through several different changes. This is change number 7, and this is the one that's going to have to be. The challenges I had were to get this scallop lined up all the way through the top, but for some reason it still went askew just a little bit. But that's okay. I'm happy with what I've done so far, and next time if I do something like this, I'll know exactly what not to do. What I've added are these 4 eyelets on this side, 4 eyelets on that side, 3 eyelets at the top. This will allow me to take leather strap, feed it through these holes, up through the back, and then tie it in the back in a bow or a knot to hold all of this so it wraps around my body, but not being so tight that it'll suffocate me. What I'm going to do now is take this out on the Jeep hood and spray a flex coat of paint, the type you would use on bumpers, so because this has to stay flexible. Paint that on, let it dry, put another coat on, let it dry, see how that works out, let it sit actually 24 hours, and then come back in tomorrow and put the silver or metal coat on top. So I'm filming this on my front porch because it's overcast enough today that it makes it very difficult to film outside and for me to see what I'm filming. So let's go outside and see what kind of shot I can take. Stand by. All right, here we are, we're back. You see the plastic dip? This is what was recommended because of the fact that this is going to be bent and is flexible. This flexible protective rubber coating and in French. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and spray this on. I'm going to give it a good shake and then spray it, and we'll be right back. All right, here we are back in the house. I brought it in the house because it's been raining pretty much all week. Humidity is around 80%, so this would be all but impossible to dry outside. Originally, the plans called for putting Mod Podge on it to seal it, but the Mod Podge would take 4 weeks to totally cure. Had I known that a month ago, I would have done it a month ago, but I did not read the instructions. Very important to read the instructions. So I put actually 2 coats on this, went from the bottom and worked up, and from the top and worked my way down. So I want to let this sit for a couple of hours, then take it back out on my front porch, out of the breeze, give it 1 more coat, then let it sit overnight. So that's all I can do for right now. So we'll see what happens in an hour. All right, the second coat has been applied. Much better coverage. I think that'll be perfect. So now I'm going to let this sit overnight. Inside, of course, I'll let it sit out here for a while in the breeze to get the VOCs off so I don't have my house smelling like paint. But this is going to work well. You can see that the eyelets are covered up easily. That is going to look fantastic. Again, you can see I kind of messed up here and messed up here. But I can tell you what, I don't understand. But anyway, close enough for me. Once it's painted silver, it should look much better. So that's all for now. I'm going to go ahead and cut, edit, and print. Get this sent out. And then tomorrow we can see if all of this work was worth it, or if I have to scramble to do it all over again. So let's see what happens. But for right now, be good to yourselves, be nice to each other, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.